This is a thing that's never been explained to me, and I want you to do it for me.
Mm.
Where did the head gimmick come from? I love that gimmick. I loved it.
When I was in
You talked to the
WWF,
head and everything, right?
yeah. So when I was in WWF, I was Leaf Cassidy, and then I left because I knew I had to leave. I had to go someplace else. They put me on loan to ECW, and I knew I had to get over there. So, but there were fans that knew me as Al Snow, and I knew there were WWF fans that knew me as Leaf Cassidy. And I thought, well, if anybody at that time, I'd been working for maybe 14, 15 years. And I thought anybody's been working that long at something and not, things aren't turning out the way they are. At some point, I'm probably going to have a nervous breakdown. And if I'm Leaf Cassidy,
a nervous breakdown. Hey, that would be good. That's a good idea. That was a good idea. So that's okay. Go ahead.
Anybody that happy, if you're Leaf Cassidy, has to be mentally unstable. You know what I mean? So, I literally started reading books on abnormal psychology, and I read this case study about a woman. She was schizophrenic, and she had what they call transference disorder. So she would hear voices, transference disorder. She'd transfer her illness onto the objects she heard the voices from.
I like it already.
So I found a styrofoam head in the back, and I thought, I'm going to take this to the ring with me and treat it like it's a real person. And then it started getting over, and Spike Dudley and Mikey Whipwreck found the beautician's head in a barrel that the fans would bring weapons for New Jack to use, and they gave it to me. Said, here you go, here's a real head for you to use. And it just took off from there.
There were so many things you could do with it.
Oh, yeah.
And if the people thought you were nuts, which they only had to watch you a little bit to figure out, they would think that you were legitimately kind of off, and you talked ahead, and there were so many things that you could do with that, and you weren't limited.
No.
I mean, when you're a cowboy, you're kind of limited to doing cowboy stuff, but that opened all the doors for you. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. A lot of people, claim like, I was a comedian wrestler or whatever, and I wasn't comedian at all. I was an entertaining wrestler, but the reason that it was funny was I didn't do it for laughs. I did it because I was supposed to be insane, which meant I could get away with anything, anything at all. And Dutch, I say what they want, but I was on TV a lot during that run. I mean,
it got over.
I was on TV on Mondays when we had SmackDown on Tuesdays. We did Sunday Night Heat. We did Saturday Night Velocity. I was on every one of those shows every single week doing something.
See, that's basically a writer's dream.
Yeah.
That's what you had, because it was easy to write. Yep. It was easy because you could just let go and talk about what you wanted to do with a gimmick like head.
Yeah.